until it's weird. Come on. Are we live? It says we're live. Are we live? Let's find out. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Workshop episode 225. I'm Scott Porteous. I will be hosting this with three other comedians. I'll introduce quite shortly. Just so you know, we have a good episode today, but we also it's a comedy safe space, and by that I mean we're all trying to work out jokes. We're trying to figure out, find the funny, if you will. So sometimes subjects can be made, and then certain words can be said. And, it's never meant to be malicious, never meant to be offensive. We're just trying to find what works and what doesn't. So please keep an open mind. This is pretty much a place where the comic has, turns an idea into a joke, into a bit, into a set, into a chunk, into a special. We're all figuring this out here, and thank you for joining us on this expedition. And without being said, why is this not live? Hang on, before I bring him in, I'm making sure this is live. Otherwise, I'm having internet problems, and it's always fun when that happens. Okay, it's just my shitty computer. Okay, all right. And with that being said, I'll introduce the comics. So we have EJ Masacampo, we have Todd Royce, and we have Luke Westberg. I did all the house. Eventually, I want to get a pre-recorded introduction, so I can just keep saying this rather than saying the same thing. Because I don't say the same thing, because I never know what to say, even though I'm the one who says it. So it's always different, and it's always sometimes it's smooth, and sometimes it's flaky. But I want a pre-recorded, hey, this is the workshop, safe space, blah 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 blah. Anyways, guys, thanks again for joining. So we have let's see, let's do Todd. You want to go first?
No.
Okay. So I believe, Todd, your topic was thirst.
Thirst. Yes.
Okay, hang on. Let me get my phone ready for timing purposes.
Okay.
Hey, and I'm just going to show this so people know what you're talking about in case they get confused. Okay, so whenever you're ready, Todd, I'll start the timer, and I'll let you have 4, and no pressure if you go a little bit over.
Okay, what if I go a little under?
That's fine too.
Yeah, okay,
I'll be way under, I'm pretty sure. So it's all good.
Okay, so I sent my wife a thirst trap pic today, and it must have worked because she texted me back and said it made her super dry. What's that? Oh, that's not what that means? Okay. I guess I had that wrong. Young people have totally destroyed the word thirst. And now it's embedded in my own brain. Like the other day I was at McDonald's and the 16-year-old taking my order said, "And are you thirsty?" And I was worried if I said yes, Chris Hansen would pop up. Doing an episode of To Catch a McPredator. So I said I'm not, but I totally was. I was super thirsty. She was really hot. My wife and I have a lot in common, but one thing we are totally different on is how to quench our thirst. For me, I just need water. For her, she needs Justin Timberlake. So as I understand this, you can be thirsty for liquid or thirsty for sex, but it's not like you can really be thirsty for other things. Like if I said I was thirsty for money, people would think I was an asshole. If I said I was thirsty for the gym, no one would believe me. And if I said I was thirsty for donuts, people would look at me like I had a third nipple. But it's not a nipple, it's a skin tag. People who get thirsty for donuts get skin tags. That's just science, probably. For me, whenever I think about the word thirst, I always picture the old cartoons of people in the desert just dragging their bodies across the sand until the mirage finally pops up and of some sort of lake, and they go and dive in. But then it turns out it's just sand, because they wanted to teach us from an early age to always laugh at people's misfortunes. Like, haha, that loser thought he was going to get some refreshing water. Fuck you, go die now. Which is almost word for word what my Uncle Jake says whenever he passes through a homeless camp. I used to think that the word thirst was in some way related to the word Thursday, like it was Thirst Day, as in and on the 4th day, the Lord just needed a fucking beer. And you might think, wow, he had such an active imagination when he was a kid. But this was today that I found that out. I found out that it's not true. I had to do research on this word, and I found out that Thursday it actually derives from Thor's Day, who's the god of thunder. Thor, who's also played by Chris Hemsworth, who is in fact a thirst trap. And that was my soft ending.
Good job, man. Oh,
thanks.
So,
very nice.
So punchy. No pun intended. But it's so punchy. I love it.
Nice.
I love like there's certain things I won't make. I just say I like commentary, and there's certain things that I have ideas. But like your super dry joke, I love that. When you said young people destroy thirst, I feel like there's a room for like another joke, like young people destroy thirst and blank kind of thing, like just a little bit extra tag or a pun. I love the Chris Hansen joke. That was great. When you said thirsty for donuts, I was thinking like I just had this visual of you like having like how do you have thirsty for donuts and like with a blender like just picturing you taking like a magic bullet or something. I love the idea of like the mirage delusional aspect. I feel like it's a great opportunity for a misdirection joke. And then I wrote one extra little like you said like thirsty Thursday, and I put down thirsty Thursday is every day in thirst world countries.
First world countries. I like that.
And yeah, good stuff, man. That's all I got, but so funny.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought all the jokes were really well constructed. It was good. You mentioned Justin Timberlake earlier on the set. You probably could have just said Chris Hemsworth instead, and then that would have tied everything together.
You know what? I really should have. That's ridiculous that I didn't even think about that. Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, for the thirsty for donuts, like you could throw them a curveball and people would be like, okay, that makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, really nothing else from me. So.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. I don't have a lot to give you except also loved the opening punches, the dry, and then the young people. I feel like that's a potentially rich premise of you could probably keep digging on that one. Just the reinvention of the word thirsty and all the problems that causes. I love that just as a premise.
Nice.
And to tag on EJ's comment, I feel like you can like add the word lit. Like you know what I mean? Like that like there's so many words that like young people like I feel old. I'm like 37, but young people like, you know what I mean? Like there's a cool phrases that like weren't used before, but maybe you can kind of touch on that too.
That's really true. I'm actually working on a bit about homophones, and so that would actually kind of work into that, like this new generation of homophones.
Is it homophones or homophones?
I should probably. I was wondering why everyone was looking at
homophones or something different. I think.
Make sure you alliterate that properly.
Well, part of the joke is a homophone could either be two words that mean the same thing or a phone that only gets grinder. But
I like you saying homophone. I think that is very funny.
That's good.
That's great.
I love whenever you present a premise and then there's dead silence until someone's like, "Isn't that pronounced homophone?" Okay, sorry. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
You're only hoping, you're hoping if it's an educational audience. If it's not, he said homo. Like you'll get either way. You'll get like, I get it. And it's like, he said a word that's, you know what I mean. It's good either way. It's a good either way. Just depends how it's interpreted. Okay, EJ, did you want to go?
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay, I'm gonna put your topic in case people are watching. It's weird how we get like views, but like it's always replay. It's never live. It's so weird, which is fine. I'm not complaining. It just commentary is not the highest because of that. That's all I'm saying. All right, EJ, bad weather.
I'm revival, actually.
What's that?
My topic or my word is revival.
Oh shit! Sorry, EJ.
Yeah, Luke is bad weather.
Well, I got to do Luke bad weather then. But EJ revival. My apologies. All right, let's revive that. Bad.
There we are.
Okay, we're ready.
All right, yeah. Had a tough time with this one. Here we go. All right, so New Year's resolutions are dumb because if you think some version of you would be better, like why start on the new year? Like, oh, that's so great. That's so great. You're wanting to volunteer more because we really need help at the soup kitchen tonight. Oh, thank you. I do want to be a better person, but not until Tuesday. Or like I see that you need an ambulance right now. We're still a couple hours until midnight. I noticed if you want to breathe new life into someone, mouth to mouth is good. But I think so is ass to mouth. Oh no, the CPR isn't working. We're losing him. Hold on, I've got one more trick up my sleeve that I think is going to make him want to stay. I notice people are making tons of money just by remaking films. I'm going to start rewriting books. Yeah, designate me Ishmael. It was the foremost of times. It was the crummiest of times. All right, that's dumb. I love sleep. I really love it. And yeah, you're getting old and bored with life when one of your absolute favorite things is spending 8 hours not existing. It's interesting too that we can't make ourselves sleep. Like sleeping is the only activity where the only way to make it happen is to just start pretending you're doing it. Like that, it would be really weird to start any other activity that way. Like, all right, I'm gonna drive to work now. You always have to announce too that you're going to sleep. Like you can't just walk out of the living room without saying anything and go to bed like some psychopath. You got to give people a heads up. It's like, oh, is anyone watching the TV? I'm gonna turn it off. Is everyone all done with EJ for the day? I'm gonna shut this thing down. The sauna I noticed is supposed to be rejuvenating, but everyone in there looks insanely old. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think you sit in there and remember you're not 85. Boy, that sauna left me feeling great. Like, really? You were gone for 1 minute. Yeah, I just peeked into the window. That's all I got.
I like it.
Holy crap! I'm gonna be bombing compared to you guys. Damn, good job. I love the whole. I really think it's like a brilliant concept with the whole like New Year. I want to wait to a certain day to be a better person. I think that's fucking great and relatable. It's so funny. I thought idea for a tag for your mouth to mouth joke you said. I thought like mouth to mouth was like way to save a life. Well, before COVID, AD after distance. Or something like a little.
Yeah.
I know BC has been always been, that joke's already been played out, but I'm pretty sure the after distance one I just thought of, and I'm really smart. I love the pretending to sleep thing. That's a great premise too. I think it's so funny. The turn off EJ line, and then I put down sauna is like the backwards fountain of youth, or something like that, like the Lazarus pit. I don't know. I'm thinking Marvel or DC, but. Yeah, so good, EJ. I'm going to be so insecure later. Yeah, that's all I got. Good stuff.
I gotta say, I hate when you hear someone do a set and then there's a premise that pops up that not only do you think like, fuck, how could I have not thought of that, but also, man, I really want to do that. But like honestly, all of the stuff that you had about sleeping should 100% be going to stage and working on it. I mean, there's so much stuff in there. Just the pretending sleep is the only activity that we do where we pretend to do it first or whatever. Like that was so good. I never thought of it that way, but it's
brilliant.
100% true.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, like if that were the case, I would have gotten laid like 10 years sooner than I actually did. Yeah, I love the line about my favorite thing to do is like not existing for 8 hours. Yeah, it's really good. You can say something about you walk in on the old guys in the sauna, you'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I'll be back in like 40 or 50 years." I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't really think of anything else to add. So stuff.
Yeah, that was so good.
Thanks.
So Luke, bad weather.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, you let me know, and I'll start the timer.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Luke, I live in Reno, Nevada, near the California border. It's a high desert here, so we have 3 seasons: summer, winter, and wildfire. I came up with a 3-step solution to ending wildfires for good. 1, take all the trees, put them in a tree museum. 2, charge people $1.50 just to see them. 3, Cave Paradise, put up a parking lot. Just gotta get rid of them. Yeah, I think that we have a climate crisis that is fueling these fires, but when I hear people telling climate deniers to, quote, wake up, I just cringe. Like, telling someone to wake up has never changed anyone's mind. Like, wake up! You are asleep intellectually. Oh, you're telling me to wake up? Perhaps I should thoughtfully consider your position and admit the error of my ways. No, it's never happened. Using the wake up argument is stupid. Here's what wake up sayers sound like. Hey, Republican, wake up. Climate change real. Carbon bad. Planet hot. Wake up. Hey, Democrat, wake up. Election was rigged. Many fraud happened. Wake up. America great. Make again. Wake up. That's what you sound like. So as a child living in Illinois, for Scott and anyone else from Canada watching, Chicago. We'll just say Chicago. We had school safety drills for fires and for tornadoes, but what are the drills like for tsunamis? Class, remain calm and die under your desk. Yeah, tsunamis are like the worst natural disaster because if you're near the coast, you know you're gonna die. Like, all right, there's a tsunami coming. There's no escape, and I have 8 minutes to live. I could call my wife and kids and tell them that I love them. Or there's a Little Caesars 1.5 blocks that way. I can run there and maybe have enough time to finish 1/4 to 1/2 of a pepperoni hot and ready pizza. Oh, I'm going to make one tasty treat for a lucky orca whale. Yeah, you can't talk about bad weather without mentioning the 1995 blockbuster movie Twister. So this is me doing that. Also, I would totally bang Helen Hunt if she didn't look like a smidge too much like my mom. Like if I told you that they were cousins, you wouldn't believe me because obviously that's very unlikely, but you would concede they share some similar physical characteristics. All right, that's my time. Thanks.
Oh man, I'm scared. That was great. I actually had a little crush on Helen Hunt too in her Mad About You years, so I get it.
Yeah. She's not like conventionally super hot, but she's definitely.
But she's like kind of like that, like that.
Hittable.
It's like I see what you're saying with the mom thing. It's like she's kind of like a mom you can have sex with, but like it's not as weird. Like it's almost there, but it's not because she's like not your mom, but she can be or something like that. From my friend I told, I don't know. But I get it. So I'm trying to say I get it. I'm trying to make it myself the weirdo. Just
like lucky for you. Like at the end of Mad About You, she got like divorced, right?
Yeah,
or maybe they got back together.
Yeah,
they have a revival
divorce
of that show.
Yeah,
there's a revival of it.
Yeah, there's a new. They did like a new season or something.
Was it Mad About You?
Okay.
That's a deep dig.
Matter about you, like
Yeah.
instead of Fuller House.
Okay. Back to your set. The Three Seasons joke, I love. That was great. I love the yellow taxi fucking reference. That's, I was like, what lyric is? I know that's a lyric.
I don't know if the younger
Oh,
generation would
and,
get that, but man.
I made like a one little. I couldn't think of much to add, but should we lose connection? Are we good? Okay. We did the whole wake up joke. I felt like, but for progressive people, it's woke up.
Woke up. Okay. Didn't cross my mind. Woke up.
Because you're saying all these progressive things. I feel like. But yeah, man, I don't have much more, but it was very good, and I'm very insecure more so about my. Yeah, that's my feedback, man. Good job.
Like Scott, one thing that I thought of with the wake up stuff is you could have ended it with, besides the worst people I know are woke.
Yeah.
I like that. I really do.
Worst people.
No, and I really love the like you said, the Three Seasons joke at the beginning was hilarious, caught me off guard. I was like I was like, what is that third one gonna be? And Forest Fire is perfect.
But yeah, I don't know, we really don't have fall or spring. It's just fucking like cold as shit, and then it gets hot as shit right away.
Right.
It's weird here. And then everything starts burning.
It sounds harsh, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the Three Seasons thing too. I was trying to think of funny angles on just the wildfires being so common. I was really just trying to think of like kind of treating it as like a regular weather pattern. You're like I don't know, asking Alexa what the weather's going to be like, and she says it's going to be like a high of 1,500 degrees or something.
Yeah, or maybe on like just the 5 o'clock news, they're like, and there's a fire in the studio right now.
Right? Yeah.
Just
yeah.
if it's an everyday occurrence.
Very casual about there being fire everywhere sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Scott looked like he had something.
I didn't want to interrupt though, so I'll wait.
No, I was going to go on to the next thing while we're on the fire. Yeah, you should say
go for it, Scott.
Because it's like for the fire thing. Because I was thinking like those like fucking talk shows where it's like my team's out of control. I was like, this fire's out of control. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a wildfire, right? So like, I don't know. It's something. I'm just picturing like a wildfire doing like an interview. I'm like,
Fire's gone.
I had drugs.
Yeah, did you hear about like there was that wildfire that was started because it was a gender reveal party?
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking stupid. Anyway. I would make a joke about it, but it's been done to death by like comics.
It's a burnt premise, or
yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. I think there's a lot you can do with the wildfire concept. You just kind of play around with it, but yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. I don't know how to turn it into like stand-up jokes, but I just have images like normally they're like stacks of umbrellas at the front of the store. I'm picturing like stacks of like fire extinguishers or something. They're just I feel like there are ways to make the fire mundane that are funny. And then I really like tsunami drills.
Yeah.
So I think about what those would be like. So I don't know. I just like that a lot. The only image I had or line I had was like people, like teachers telling their kids to like hide under their desks. Like hide under your desk, you'll drown faster.
Okay. Yeah, there has to be some
word times. No pun intended with the cold. Sorry. Yeah. That's a great. Yeah, you can totally go into that.
Start holding your breath now.
The whole because nothing penetrates because a nuclear bomb can't penetrate wood and fucking 3-inch fucking plywood. Yeah. Sorry, you're triggering thoughts. That's why I keep saying things. That's how my brain works. Okay, good stuff, man. Very funny. Guess I'll do mine. Just so you guys know ahead of time, I'm fine. I just wrote this. I guess it was a little self-deprecating. Just went there. I went freestyle writing, and then it went there. And I think I might need a therapist. I don't know. We'll see. Surprisingly enough, I took my antidepressant an hour before I wrote this. So here we go. Anyways, I'm fine. Okay, so here we go. So my topic is declarations. As normal, I don't memorize everything I wrote 2 hours ago, so I'm gonna have to read it. But I'll try and make it seem like I'm off the cuff. I never understood the concept of decorations. Okay, like how come every time my friend hangs something on a tree, it's an ornament, right? But whenever I hang something on a tree, it's attempted suicide. I don't think companies should like make human shaped anything for decorations because it's really hard not to send the wrong message. Like whether you hang it by the little string attached to its neck, which is coincidence, or you hang it upside down, which is even creepier, really, or you put a tack over its head, it just comes off a little dextery, It'll just be a matter of time before you saran wrap the decorations to a table and then hung pictures of everyone it ever wronged. That's a deep cut, no pun intended. But I'm not opposed to having holiday spirit, but for any day like of the year. But for some, it's like the biggest kick in the dick or lady dick. Like take Christmas, right? Like you got the mistletoe. Well, unless you're in a relationship or you're very good with your friends or opposed to the Me Too movement, that's not really going to apply to you. Like Valentine's Day, everything is hearts and chocolates. But what happens when no one loves you and you're diabetic? It's bad for you, right? Like to me, decorations are like the cock block of trying to forget reality for that time period. That's how I see it. Like I like to be able to celebrate my own holiday, like not birthday, holiday. Like we can make a tradition of it. I don't know, just picking a random day. Every May 19th, we can decorate for my holiday by doing things like putting money on a tree and lighting it on fire. or like go to a small party and disappear 5 minutes after you arrive because you feel uncomfortable, right? or opening presents on other people's porches. Oh, wait, Amazon, you shouldn't have. Right? Like go door to door and sing Scott carols, like, but I'm a creep. Or ding dong. So won't you let me know I'm a loser, baby? Ding dong, bitch better have my money. That's not to the spirit, but it's just like that song. like my holiday would have the best greeting cards too, right? Like, sorry, Happy Scots Day. Or like it could be worse. You could be me. Happy Scots Day, I got mold on your cabinet because I didn't know onions would rot. Happy Scott, that was true. And I don't know how to end that, but that's pretty much all I got.
Nice.
Very nice.
And I'm fine. Totally fine.
I like the whole concept of Scottaday, the Scottaday. And the Scott carols and all that sort of stuff. I think you could
Yeah,
have
I'm having fun with that.
Yeah. Or even I like the idea of the well-known songs, but even taking like Christmas carols and changing the words in there.
Mm.
The only thing that I thought of as far as like any sort of tag, I'm not even sure where it would be, or if I'm just being stupid, but when you were talking about hanging hanging balls and stuff from the tree, you could have said like or you could have gone somewhere along the line of I wonder if if the Chicago Cubs ever put out a Harry Carey decoration. And then you're hanging Harry Carey. It's really deep and stupid, and really not even all that funny. So
I'm sure it is. I just don't know. I don't know sports or Chicago other than CM Punk.
Well, Harry Carey was a famous announcer for Chicago. But then also they call committing suicide. They call hanging yourself Harry Carey.
Or isn't that like the Japanese, like you run yourself through with the sword?
Well, that's Sudoku.
Oh, so it's just suicide itself.
Sudoku. He committed Sudoku. He was playing Hangman. He committed Sudoku.
But yeah, that's what I had.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think my favorite jokes were the first one about suicide, and then that came out of nowhere, and then Amazon, you shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't know if it's because you were reading it, but yeah, you were like flying through jokes, and you were on to the next one before I could even think of how to like.
Sorry, I didn't
amend anything.
That. My time is so long.
Yeah, I mean it's completely different when you're on stage versus when you're like reading from something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, probably some breaks for laughs in between.
Fair enough. I'll work on the thing I'm always trying to work on. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, like if people are still laughing, I would let it die down slightly and then
Well, you know what it is? I don't know if they're I don't know if they're laughing or not. I think that's probably bad. Like I have like a certain gauge in my head, like how a laugh should sound. If it's not fucking voice rehearsal every time, like it sucks. I'm just so weird to myself, right? So if it's like, so I have this habit of like, I don't hear anything, it must not be funny.
Well, can you like
never happened.
see people or like?
I was reading.
Well, I mean.
You're talking about like at a regular club.
Yeah, regular audience.
Oh yeah, on regular audience, I
you can at least see people who are like smiling really big, even if they aren't like.
For sure, I feel it out. Like here, I was looking at you guys because I was reading. Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the delay online, the delay is just long enough that every joke, at least even if it's killing, it feels like a bomb at least for a second or two. It's easy to rush to the next joke.
Your just shrinks 3 sizes too small.
Well, like I'm not a super big like laugher most of the time, but you three are pretty good. But I've been in some of these workshops where like nobody laughs. I was like,
oh yeah, that's
yeah.
I appreciate the ones like I always. Every workshop has value in terms of like learning, but if it could be entertaining, even better.
Yeah, I laugh a lot on the inside. I'm like, that's high praise for me if I do that.
Sorry for interrupting, AJ.
Oh, you're good. I also really like the opening suicide joke. I don't know if it was intentional, but I was like nervous you were going to go lynching, and so it was a nice release of like
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
so it was funny in addition to being like a relief, and I loved it's a nice punch for those two reasons.
Sweet.
I thought you were going to come back around to that with Scott Day or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Which I also really liked that whole that was a fun entire premise. But yeah, I'm totally I like just the poking fun at decorations. I liked the tie into Dexter. I don't really have any tags, but
that's okay. No,
enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you.
I also really enjoyed the one about Valentine's Day, but you're diabetic and single or something like that.
Yeah, no one loves you and you're diabetic.
Yeah.
It's so harsh. It sounds mean.
And just to add on to what he was saying, I think that the reason why we probably went with lynching in our heads is because you look so much like Ari Shaffir.
I get that so many times. And then you hear my jokes, I'm like, no, not even close. He's not that good. But I had this joke about Kobe Bryant. No, I'm kidding. No, it's weird. Yeah, I don't make jokes about that because I don't know how people know. Like, comics know Ari Shaffir, but I don't know if non-comic audience would know Ari Shaffir. I used to get McLovin, so I'll take Ari Shaffir every day. Every day. That was awesome. Thank you guys. I feel better about that. I was like, I don't know how this, because like I don't know how you guys feel when you write. Like, I don't know if this is good or not. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, I'm happy about that. Cool. So that was the first round, and I guess we'll do the freestyle round. By the way, just so you guys know, I'm not going to go first or anything, but I don't know what to do, so I just grabbed a random notebook. I'm just going to open a random page, so it might be shit. But that's the fun of the workshop. Once again, though, I'll be reading because I haven't been exercising my brain much. So with that being said, do you want to go in the same order we did last time?
Sure.
You want to switch them up? Okay, cool. So Todd,
okay.
Do you have 3 to 5 you wanted to you're working on that you wanted to perform?
Yeah. So actually, I wanted to go first because of what you just said. I've been between working extra hours of the holidays, and then we went to Las Vegas for a week. I haven't had a lot of chance to work on some newer stuff, so I pulled up a few things that I was working on before. So I'm going to be reading a little bit of that too, but
very cool.
Just for preparations, everybody.
I just do it because I'm lazy and I have bad memory. But
that was my way of saying that. Okay, so my wife and I decided to spice things up in the bedroom, and I said, "Tell me what you want me to do," and she said, "I want a black eye," and I was like, "I could never hit my wife." I was like, no, I'm not giving you a black guy. And she said, okay, fine. How about a Mexican guy? This one's a little bit longer. My mom has been married for, let me try that again. My mom has been married 5 times, which means I've had more dads than I've had girlfriends. I think my mom has been married so many times because she loves fighting. My mom is like a prize fighter when it comes to marital disputes. And she's a knockout artist. Like, she always goes for the early round knockout and usually gets it. When I was a kid, she had a rule that her husband had to call before he left work so she could time how long it took him to get home. One night, my stepdad, Dale, forgot to call home. And the second he walked through the door, she said, and I quote, "You didn't call me, you limp dick cunt." This is what I mean by a knockout artist. She went right for limp dick cunt. That was the first shot. That's an easy first round knockout. But here's the thing. Throughout history, even the greatest boxers eventually meet their match. Mike Tyson had Buster Douglas. Joe Frazier had George Foreman. Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's disease. And when you start round one at limp dick cunt, you'd better get a knockout. Because if you don't, that fight may go 12 rounds. And if you're starting all the way up here, you don't have anywhere else to go. That fight lasted 3 hours. They argued back and forth, and you could see the frustration in my mom's face. Wow, there's a lot of talking in this one. But and struggling to think of the next thing to say. By the final round, my mom was saying things like, "You're such a little mama's boy. Why don't you take your mom and shove her up your own twat?" Dale and her stayed married for 5.5 more years after that fight, and that's when I realized that my mom must give great head. And I hate everything about the fact that I know that about her. That one's really wordy, but and then the next one that I was going to go to is I no longer like buffets. I know that that's hard to believe. But it's all the getting up and walking to get your own food. No. People do stare at me, though. They follow me around at buffets like I do with like really muscular dudes at the gym. Like, I'll just do what he does. Obviously, he knows how to work this stuff. They're like, "Oh, no salad, more room for dessert." That makes sense. This is shit. I rank how fat I've gotten by how the host greets me now. Because it used to be table or booth. Now it's just, it'll be a few extra minutes for a table because I can't do booths. At least not the ones where they have the tables bolted to the floor. By the way, why do they bolt tables to the floor? Were people stealing them? Is there a huge market for old Denny's furniture? Then I order the food, which is always fun because I don't eat meat, but they never believe it. So, like, I say, "Can I get a vegetable burger?" And the waitress is like, "Was that a double burger?" I'm like, "No." The other day, I got a veggie burger, and they put a strip of bacon on it. Like, the cook was looking at me and like, "Is this for that big fat dude? Let's toss some pig fat on there just to be safe." Or what do I know? Maybe a veggie burger with a bacon strip is on the secret menu. Have you guys heard of these secret menus? How desperate are we to feel special? Secret menus are the participation trophies for adults, or like Civil War statues for the South. Anyway, that's what I got.
Well, you'd have to stop there, buddy. But yeah,
No, that was the end. That's what I had.
Oh, good timing there. Very funny. There was times I wasn't laughing, not because it wasn't funny, because I was trying to think what to write for certain things. Two jokes before that, like you had a lot of good stuff. The black eye thing I liked. I'm pretty sure, like, it might be like, I don't take offensive, but it might be a joke I've heard by a few other comics. This is one of those throwaway lines,
right?
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm just saying, I'm giving you a heads up. You might hear it from someone else who said that. I love their mom 5 times whole premise, like more dads and girlfriends. I think that's funny. The prize fighter thing was a great premise. I wrote a tag when you said, like, I don't know if you want to be silly, but like when you said Frazier got, his nemesis or whatever, he got beat by George Foreman. Like, not sure how he got beat by a grill, but I also put down. I want to see what a montage of your mom would be. She just rips on people and like attacks the souls of men. Like, I'd love to see how she became that level. Like, where she was like the Rocky. Like, she had to be underdog at one point. So I think that's a really funny concept. I wrote down, it's a little weird, but like it could be something. buffets are like a very ironic. Buffets itself are ironic because the last thing you are when you go to a buffet is buff. And then you kind of, and then you can do like an act of like, you know, two like swole guys or whatever kids say, like, hey, you want to go and like say the most like non fucking gym based food. For the veggie burger thing, I put down, you put bacon, I put veggie burger. I can't remember exactly how you said it, but you had said you're having a veggie burger, double veggie burger, and they put bacon on it, and I put down, but I was trying to pig who was a vegetarian, so it's okay or something like that. Like maybe throw that on there, but that's all. That's why I was like laughing not as much because I was writing a lot, but very really good stuff, man.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah. So besides, I know In-N-Out has a secret menu. Where else has a secret menu?
Oh, dude, Starbucks, Wendy's,
Starbucks.
Sonic.
Really?
There's a
Yeah.
watch party thing on. I watched them all.
It's pretty stupid. There's even
Gangbang.
like I said, I was just in Las Vegas. They even have the Cosmopolitan has a secret restaurant. Like they don't advertise it anywhere. It's not on their website. But if you hear about it, then it's a pizza place. But it's really good pizza. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, you're just walking along, and all of a sudden there's this long hallway, and you go there, and next thing you know, you're at a pizza place with no signage or anything.
Yeah. You were saying you were like too lazy to get up and go to the buffet. Like, so that's when you call buffet dash. They like actually go up to the buffet and get what you want and bring it back to you. I don't know.
I like that.
Okay.
That's really good.
But I don't think it would work for me, so go for it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. But yeah, like how could you, I was just trying to come up with how you could escalate like limp dick cunt. Like there's like no
And that-
headroom.
Probably TLC.
Like
Yeah, it's that's what caused that whole thought process was just thinking about, because that's not even a joke or an exaggeration. That's literally the way that she responded when he walked right through the door.
well, maybe you would like advise your mom like start at a 3, don't go to a 10.
Put myself in the place of like a Mickey from Rocky.
And like the coach.
Yeah.
If you're a cut guy, it's just like in the stitches.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, I love this. Also, yeah, really like the more dads than girlfriends line. Also, the did your mom marry all 5 of those guys?
Yes, she
Wow.
did.
Okay. So more dads than girlfriends might work great already as a line, but if it's not, yeah, if you need to end up needing to play with that, you could like emphasize the contrast a little more by like my mom married more people than I like flirted with or matched with or something. Step the
Right.
dads up and step the girlfriends down a level to increase that contrast.
Right.
Are you the only child or do you have siblings?
I have a sister.
You have a sister? Damn, I was kind of hoping you were the only child. Then the mom giving great head, then that could explain why you're only child. That makes sense. It could explain why there's only 2 of you, or yeah. And then yeah, the secret menus is funny. I like comparing it. I wanted you to compare it to like Skulls and Bones.
Skulls
Do
and Bones.
people know what Skulls and Bones is?
I
damn.
Skull
don't
and Bone
think it's
Society, or
Yeah, it's like the secret society at like Harvard or Yale or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh,
There's like
right.
there's a movie about it. Okay, if it's too obscure, it's not gonna work. Yeah, I was gonna say like it's like skulls and bones for people with bodies where you can't make out their skulls or bones or something. But yeah, if it's too obscure, then yeah, never mind.
Well, no, but that's definitely worth trying, right? Like,
Yeah.
and see if it is, because like I said, I knew I'd heard of it, but I wasn't 100% sure on it.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
yeah, I was
that's all
thinking. Your mom, you could say that your mom like kept all 5 rings and she like strokes them at night, like they're precious. They're precious. I don't know.
Oh, having 5 rings. That
Yeah.
kind of. It's not the same, but it reminds me of Thanos. So she's got the
Okay.
Infinity Gauntlet on one hand.
Were there 6 Infinity Stones or 5?
Oh, there probably were 6. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Well, no, it was like one on each knuckle, and then
Right, and then one in the
there.
middle.
It was
Yeah,
5, right? So she. Okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or like 5 rings is more than I can't think of it, but like a Tom Brady or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
I thought
good.
about that.
She like welded them together and has like brass knuckles. Now. Knocks people out. Bye, Scott.
He just knocks Scott out.
With my
Yeah,
brass
you can
knuckles.
definitely do something with the 5 rings. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
like that.
There was like Magic the Gathering. There was like Legend of the 5 Rings, but probably nobody's heard of that. So, anyway. And do we
I didn't
just
even know it was
wait
possible
for
for
Scott to
Scott
come
to
back?
Sorry.
Oh, there we
There you go.
I have
Good.
so I moved to a different room because I have connection issues, I guess, in my room. I'm away from the router or whatever this technology thing is. So I moved. So I think it's a different setting. So hopefully this works. I don't have it freezing. So sorry about that.
You know what's just weird with you say
Sorry.
that you just moved? It made me think of something else that I liked about EJ's said about the sleep thing is when you talked about announcing that you have to go to sleep or announcing that you're going to sleep, and preparing for it. That was just something else that I liked. I forgot about.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
I got a couple more feedback everybody else has done for there's part I don't want to interrupt anything more than I just did. So when Luke was talking, I thought it would be funny if because I'm picturing you as like for the secret menus, like I'm just picturing like a guy in a trench coat in a fucking like file. like meeting him like in a parking lot, and then for your secret society, when you said Skull and Bones, I was thinking of like Illuminati, because after you fucking expose, everybody gets sick or something. You know what I mean? And then for your mom training, like how she like got to where she was, like she started training in like elementary and like schools, but like fucking calling kids twats and just making kids cry, and then she worked her way up. I thought that'd be really funny visual.
I like that.
But yeah, really good stuff. Really funny. So far so good for connection. EJ, did you have my phone's in the other room, but I'm sure we can gauge 5.
Yeah, I've got a couple bits I'm working on. Let me see here. All right. So okay, so I think the intention with adding calorie info to menus was to reduce eating, but I'm like, that's 400 calories. I guess I'll have 2. Yeah, I saw that the McDonald's Big Breakfast with hotcakes is 1,340 calories, and I was like, oh my god, what a great deal. In the meantime, if I buy something low in calories, I know I'm supposed to feel healthy, but I feel gypped. I bought an $8 smoothie. It had 150 calories. It gave me just enough fuel to complain. Then I remembered I parked far. I had to buy another smoothie. I grew up playing video games, so if we're going to count calories, like my instinct is going to be to rack up points. I was watching a guy buying snack after snack from the vending machine, just thinking, damn, this guy's kicking my ass. I'm gonna need more quarters. I do love to snack. Like every time I tell my kids I need to refuel at a gas station, I come back with food. They must think the car runs on Cheetos. I'm gonna catch my kid on his bike eating M&Ms. Like, why isn't this working? Or I pick my son up from school with an entire pizza in the passenger seat, and he's like, "Wow, Dad must really want to get home fast." All right, let me try this. So my friend asked me recently if I'm afraid of guns. I'm afraid of baseballs. And you could supposedly stop those with your hands. Yeah, I hated baseball growing up. I remember boys started to overhand pitch at 8 years old. Yeah, little Joshua is throwing baseballs as hard as he can at a spot 1 foot from my face. Yeah, meanwhile, he can't even tie his shoes. Yeah, and I'm standing there. I'm not even allowed to own a Nerf gun. I'll go to games now because I want to hang out with my friends. I always get a popcorn and a drink. but those aren't snacks. Those are padding. And I'm always telling my 2 little kids that too much sugar is bad. But when they're with me, I'm like, hi, we'll take 3 of your fluffiest cotton candies. Yeah, it's stressful. In every other sport, the balls are bigger and softer. My 7-year-old's going to ask for a baseball, and I'm going to be like, you know what's fun? Balloons. Or worse, he's going to ask to join a baseball team in the spring. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I think it's time you started smoking pot. A lot safer. All right, that's all I got with that. Thanks, guys.
Good stuff, man. So you said every other sport the ball gets softer. I feel like except softball, which is funny in itself, because softballs are not soft.
Bigger baseballs. What a lie.
The calorie intake I put down. I don't know. I don't know how good my anatomy. I'm not good at biology, anyways, but I know words. So I put down for the calorie intake. You'd have to be good at because we're talking about do the calculations. You have to be good at math, but also bad at life choices. And then for your when you're scoring points, I put down. It'd be funny if you you try to put your initials in with your hemoglobin or something like that.
Nice.
And then you put I don't know if hemoglobin makes sense, but you know what I'm talking. Like something.
Yeah,
like that.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm somewhat smart. You put you're afraid of I loved your afraid of baseball's joke. I was like, you know how hard. Like, never mind guns. You know how hard it is to catch a bullet with a glove. And yeah, that's all I got, man. But
Cool.
I appreciate your punchy jokes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the calorie stuff and I love the baseball. At the end, you were talking about smoking pot. You mentioned smoking pot.
Yeah.
And I thought somehow tying in the calories giving you energy versus the pot taking away the energy, that kind of battle.
Yeah,
Might be something there.
that's good.
Yeah, I was thinking you could mention the phrase "calculate my cost per calorie." Yeah, and then with the gun and baseball joke, you could say, "Oh yeah, my dad, he never played baseball with me, but he did play hold the gun to my head with me as a kid." So.
Roulette, Russian roulette, or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Nice.
He played Deer Hunter, but the movie, not the game.
Perfect.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good job.
good stuff.
So funny. Great feedback, everybody. Great tags for sure. Luke, did you have 3 to 5 you wanted to?
Yeah, sure. All right. So, yeah, my name is Luke. My dad is the best because he has a son named Luke, and yet he has never, ever done the Darth Vader line, "Luke, I am your father." He did, however, wear a black mask, black cape, and black gloves, and would force choke me. Yeah, he really liked Antonio Banderas and Zorro. Yeah, I gotta call bullshit on skyscrapers that have metal antennas sticking out of their roofs. That doesn't count towards your height, skyscraper. That's like me saying, "Oh, I'm 6'5". You're wearing a pointy hat, Sky Faker. By the way, fuck you, Abe Lincoln. You were already our tallest president, and then you don a top hat like a dick. That's probably why, John Wilkes Booth was a very short man. He wore lifts on his. Now it's, and then he fucking sat in the balcony up above everyone. It's got to be higher than everyone. Now it's time to try out a bit of a sexist joke. So here goes. So I'm very pro-life. Granted, I think it's fine to kill unborn babies. I'm just against women having rights that men don't. The choice to have an abortion should be a mutual decision made between a man and a woman's doctor. Okay. Well, I want to see how that goes, like in a room where there's actual women.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, me too. So you can drive your car on a road, way, street, drive, lane, boulevard. Like boulevard, what kind of uppity shit is that? Oh, come drive on the majestic boulevard. It's superior to all other roads. You'll get an enthusiastic hand job on the boulevard. You'll come so hard on the boulevard it'll hit your handlebar mustache, akin to a 1990s Got Milk ad on the boulevard. The boulevard. The boulevard. Yeah, Boulevard, I hate you. You're a glorified pavement, you fucking asphalt. Yeah, Boulevard, you mundane everyday thing. You're about to get Jerry Seinfelded. What's the deal with boulevards? I mean, it's not a bull. It's not a vard. I mean, what's the deal with it? That's a good Seinfeld question. Good job. All right, that's it. Thanks.
I love your soul congratulatory.
Yeah.
Every time I shoot after a joke, I lie to the audience. Good job. Oh man, I love your fucking energy. It's so funny. First of all, I put down doesn't like every joke involve force to a degree?
Yeah.
And I put down like as I say, like that'd be like saying like force penetrated. I put Abe Lincoln was the first glorified pharmacist because they're talking about has to be above people. So I'm just picturing him as a pharmacist. I loved your pro-life joke. Love the boulevard stuff. I put boulevard is like the Belvedere of fucking pavements. I couldn't get too much in there, man. Yeah, I was too busy enjoying it. But yeah, good stuff.
Cool, thanks.
What
was the pharmacist thing?
Because pharmacists are always like 2 steps higher than most people because they're in that little platform. You're talking about Abe Lincoln. They have to sit a little higher than everybody else. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of like a shots joke or like, vaccines or something, but you couldn't get there.
Okay, gotcha.
I loved you hanging on to how much of a dick you thought Lincoln was. Like, even to the point where it looked like you were going to go on and you go back to it. I don't know if that's something that you normally do. But
no, that was, occasionally.
Yeah.
Like, that was just ad-libbed. I was just, I don't know. I'm a shorter guy, and Lincoln kind of pisses me off. Well, like,
see, I love that, like, this type of like inane thing to be so angry about that you keep bringing it up throughout the. It's hilarious, I think.
Well, and it's like when like tall girls wear high heels. It's like you were already like out of my league, and then it's like, yeah.
I thought obvious Boulevard's hilarious. I thought with the Luke joke when you said that your dad didn't say, "Luke, I am your father." To add to it, you could also say, "And he never did blackface."
I like that.
I don't know how comfortable you are with being like darker or edgy, but I feel like you can play on the words, like, because if you want to play on more in your name, because like there's unless it's been done before, but like there's Luke Garrix, Luke Kemia, like what I mean. If you want to touch on that, if not, I mean I don't know if it's been done. I'm just trying to think of wordplay and association.
Yeah, Luke's like not a super common name, but enough, I think. I know like 1 or 2 other comic Lukes, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, like these guys, I loved the Boulevard hot take, hilarious.
Oh, thanks.
And really loved the Lincoln being obsessed with everyone being shorter than him. I don't know if this is too much, but you could say, I think that's why he set the slaves free. They were too tall. That's the only line I have.
That's great. Oh, fuck.
It's tripping me out because, yeah, EJ, you sort of look like an Asian version of my brother. Like, I don't know.
Cool.
I would pull up a picture of him. Well, I got one over there if you want to.
Yes.
I'll see it.
you
Let
wanna
me
see
see if, I'll see if that
Interest.
is accurate. Hold on.
This is my dog. I'm kidding. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is flying by. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but shit.
I see Gilligan. Oh shit.
I don't know.
Uh,
It's hard to see, but
I see what you're saying.
yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
blurry in the camera, but
I see it.
I don't know.
Handsome guy.
Yeah, but his hair is like sort of like you right now too. He has similar glasses. Yeah.
Shout out to Luke's brother.
Also, Luke. No.
And I guess EJ is a lost doppelganger. It's a Caucasian doppelganger. All right. Yeah, good stuff, man. Fuck, you guys are solid. I actually got a bit. It's not new, but it's one I haven't done in a while, and I'll just.
It's
So
new
I-
to us, probably.
It's that. No, it's one I want. It's one I want to polish up a bit more. Just like I have a longer version of it. Obviously, I'm not going to do it today, but because I don't memorize it either. But I did memorize the 3 or 4 minute part of it. But I do want to work on it more because it's one of my more well written jokes. But here we go. So when I was 16, 17 years old, my grandma, she moved into our house, and within a week of her moving in, like she got very territorial, like really fast. Like, you know, she would mark her territory in every room of the house, right? The living room, the washroom, you know, because she had a weak bladder. And you know, like, come on, grandma, I just let you out. But but she was very, like, you know, she would just mark territory everywhere, right? Like she would, like, within a week of her moving in, she's like, we had to like watch all her shows. We had to watch Murder, She Wrote. All right, and for anybody who was unfamiliar with Murder, She Wrote, it's pretty much Scooby Doo for seniors. Like, instead of Scooby snacks, they give you Word with Werthers, you know. Right? And we'd have to eat oatmeal every day. Every day we'd have to eat oatmeal. Like she had ruled the house as instant as the oatmeal she laid before us. You know, it got to the point where I started getting nightmares of you know, my grandma. And oh shit, I forgot that joke. No, I'm fine. It got to the point where I started getting nightmares because my grandma, like, you know, would used to crochet as blankets. Oh fuck, I forgot. Damn it, fuck. Okay, you know what? It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. I always pick that part. Anyways, but no, like she would mark her territory in every room of the house, living room, the bathroom, like my bathroom. Like she would do things like, you know, put a sign above the towel rack that said, "Grandma's towels, do not touch." And I knew she was yelling because they were all capital letters. She was very ahead of her time before that figure. But out of spite, like I would take these towels, right, and rub them all over my face because, like, I'll show her because these are mom's towels. She has no right. So I'm just like rubbing them like as TV has taught me, like, you know, just motorboarding the women, right? And one day, my grandma, she walks in on me because she doesn't believe in knocking, and she gets very, very angry, very upset, very distraught. She's like, "Those are Grandma's towels. Do not touch Grandma's towels." And I was like, "Whatever, Grandma. Those are Mom's towels. You can't take possession over something that's not yours, right?" Which I thought I had a point. And then she cleverly replied, and I quote, "I use those towels to wipe my," and I'm like, "No." Do not say what I think they're going to say. And she was kind enough to be like, "Pussy." And after I was done vomiting for about 90 pounds, I was like, you know, I thought it smelled lavender and oatmeal. No, I don't know what's worse, okay? Because it's pretty bad. Like, I don't know what's worse. The fact that my 60-year-old grandma face fucked me vicariously through a towel, or the fact that she said the word pussy. Like, how does she know what that word means? So I'm 16. I barely know what that word means. How does she know what that word means? And the only thing that I can fathom is perhaps the adult film industry is trying to cater to an older demographic. And if that's the case, gross. Not that I have anything against Dancing Andrews Naked. I used to film it. It's fine. They pay me in Werther's. It's like currency to them. But it's the dialogue, right? Because every porn requires dialogue. And what would that sound like catered to seniors, Like, what would that be like? Like, oh, you're making my gums wet. Oh. Oh, and I'm done with you. You're going to need life alert. Oh. Oh, say my name, because I forgot. I totally fucked that joke a whole lot, but that's sad. I haven't done it in a while. That oatmeal was supposed to be a callback. That's why I was trying to work on it. I was trying to do a Columbus joke, but I couldn't think of it.
Nice.
Right on, I like
Girl guy looks like him. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not a retirement. I know it's a long build. I know that much.
That was a lot of gross stuff there with the porno.
I know
at the
it's
end.
not true stories though.
No, it's funny.
Didn't feel funny.
I liked the only thing that I could really think of that you might think about changing is when you said she didn't respect knocking. Maybe say something along the lines of, one of the biggest problems with grandmas is that they can't hear. So when you tell them don't come in, why is she even knocking in the first place or something like that?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was at Walmart today. You were talking about. It's not fun. Like old ladies marking their territory. Like, is it just me, or do all old women smell exactly the same? Like, it's like this very familiar sense. Like, maybe there was only one cologne made in the one perfume made in the 50s, and they're all using it. Like, but I really enjoyed your grandma voice, because it wasn't like the typical kind of, oh, shitty boy. You did something a little bit different for that.
I can't do voice that well. So.
Dude, you sounded, I don't know if it was like Adam Sandler-esque or your grandma voice.
Possibly. It sounds like a man when I do it. That's one.
Yeah, and just, old people sex, just, I like to pretend that old people, their parts fall off and they're just smooth down there. Like, I don't know.
Not
Just me. Because, if my dick looks as bad as it does now, I don't want to see it in 40 years. I don't know.
I love that. The towel was that killed me.
Yeah.
What did you say it smelled like, or that you said you smelled?
Lavender
and lavender.
Lavender and oatmeal.
It's my favorite line because it's so clean, but it's so gross.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. I don't know. I guess it left me wanting to hear more about now your relationship with those smells, or what trauma was left over, and now what your experiences are like with towels or with oatmeal or with lavender.
I had a longer version. I just had to memorize it, but I have it I've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks, guys. Awesome.
I like it.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess that wraps it up. Thank you again for being part of the panel for the 225. Did you have anything you wanted to plug at all?
Just social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have specific names for social
media? Mine's on there. My last name is just Westberg. It's not Westberg Comedy.
Right.
Follow me on Twitter. That's the main thing. It's just my name, EJ Masicampo, with no spaces or anything else. Just EJ Masicampo on all platforms, actually: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the places.
Yeah, I got Todd Royce XXL at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and my TikTok's actually been doing really well the last couple of weeks. So
All right.
look me up on there, Todd Royce XXL.
Good
What's
stuff.
what kinds of things do you guys post on TikTok? Like,
So like I'll do different jokes occasionally, just like little short ones like that. The first one that I did today. No, I don't even remember it because I've been smoking a little weed. But the one about sending my wife a thirst trap pic, I did that one earlier today, and I got a pretty good reaction.
Nice.
And then just different sketches. I've only twerked on there once. But yeah, that's mostly it. I do a lot of stitches and a lot of duets just so that I can. That really helps with getting more followers. So.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
cool.
Good stuff. Well, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate this. And you guys are all super great, super entertaining. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, and we'll do this again tomorrow, 10 EST. It's going to be hosted with, I believe, Bilal Swain. So, yeah. Thanks again, everybody, and have a good night.
Thanks, Scott.
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you.